Hey guys, this is Laura with McLeod Homestead. Today we are getting rid of spring veggies in certain areas and gonna redo some of the dirt and see what we're gonna plant. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Over here I pulled all my broccoli out of these pots already this morning. Lettuce may look great, but man's it tastes bitter. So I'm pulling all these, gonna redo, take the broken shelving off that's broke. And some of this, like the Swiss chard, it's still growing and is good, and I'm harvesting off of that. I'll leave. Like this, the sweet basil, here 2 of them, so that I'll leave, but this all gonna get redone. Them strawberry roots are gonna get tossed. We're gonna take out broken units. So let's go get a bucket. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna pull it while it's in here. Make it, that way it's still up high. Had some good roots on it. And then I'm just throwing it into my bucket and we're gonna feed it to the pigs. And that's just, I'm just gonna go through and do it with all of them. So one thing, let me finish this one, but one thing I have learned, rutabagas, turnips, not gonna grow in here. Let me show you why. That's it. And it was starting to flower, so that was a rutabaga. Here's another one. Again, nothing. This one had a little one, but not enough. So, we'll not use the towers for root vegetables. We'll see how my onions come out over in the other tower. Okay, now some of these planters I left out there because beans and stuff and onions are still growing great. Left them in there. I've already got some that are completely empty that are broken. Have to go to the trash, unfortunately. So the next step is I am just taking and dumping them in. This one, even though it's cracked at the bottom and stuff, I will reuse. I'll just have to remember that. I'm just going to stick them in there and we're going to go through them all. We'll go through them all. And then, like these roots and stuff, I'll clean out when I go through and start mixing the soil all up and I start putting some fertilizer in it. So I think it's official, I got too much dirt in this one. So I brought out another container and I'm going to have to mix it in 2 different containers. So let me start transporting some of this dirt over to this side. It's one of them strawberry roots. I'm going to put them in a different container for now for different reasons. going to do different flavor areas. So I'm going straight down this one here, get some dirt from there. This one, no, this rocket. Look at that big rock that was in there from a different planter. This rock is, the reason why it's in there is because I had mixed some of our regular dirt from around the area and with this. So, say bye-bye, out the door it goes. There's some roots I just cleaned off the dirt off of. We'll put that in a separate one because I'll throw that in my compost. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, because there's actually so much dirt actually here, I am going to do this in batches. It'll be too hard to just mix it up in two. So I grabbed a bunch of dirt out of this one and put into here. So I'm going to just start mixing this up and cleaning it out, getting any come here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep running my hands through here and cleaning it out, taking pieces like that out. I'm just going to keep mixing it up. There's another strawberry seed. Didn't grow. Has a big lump of dirt. So I'm just going to keep doing this until it's all cleaned up. Sorry, my son's weed whacking. So the next step is just measure in some fertilizer. And mix it in real good. The root I missed. So just mix it all in real good. And I can see flecks of the fertilizer all around. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start putting it back into the containers, and when he's done weed eating, we're going to start putting them back out there and getting them ready to start planting in again. One thing I have decided to do with these is I am putting the bottoms back on. Without them, I had to water pretty much every day. So this will hopefully help hold some water. So as I'm getting ready to take these back out, that's what I'm going to do I'm going to put the bottoms back on. So, because I want to try and keep from having to weed eat so much, I have these feed bags. So we cut slits in them, put them over the pole, and I got the bottoms put back on this, and that's the next step, is just putting the bottoms on and then putting them on the stacks. So we've got this, the ones that were still growing, put back down. Now I'm going to fill. And I'm just going to fill this up and keep putting the stack on. And voila, we got one stackable ready to plant more. Got some that are still growing. Hopefully a little weed suppression going on to help. But it's one shorter because of the broken pieces from where I tipped them over in the greenhouse this winter. So that happens. So off to do the other two. Now on this side, because I want my Swiss chard to be a little cooler, I'm going to put these at the bottom so the sun isn't directly on them. And I'll probably put them on this pole over here to help with the sun. And we'll see how long we can keep them growing. Okay guys, I'm on day 2 of working on my dirt. I got the towers done. Forgot that I had all these pots I needed to do. So I had to quit working on it because this. I hurt my foot a couple weeks ago. And we finally got into my doctor yesterday, got a shot in my foot, said I pretty much did my own surgery because my issue that I have is plantar fasciitis. And a couple weeks ago I was working in the garden and went and took a step, and there's a bunch of ripping and burning and popping, and yeah, pretty much ended up on my face. So I've been struggling with that ever since. But so today's goal, I've got all the dirt dumped in there, and I started sorting through it yesterday when I still had the time. Got that pile of rocks. I'm just throwing the rocks over here on the dirt floor. Works for me. But it doesn't look as pretty, but you know what? It's a greenhouse floor. They're going to get washed off as I water anyhow, so don't matter. So I'm going to get this mixed up, get the nutrients, the fertilizer in this bucket, get it mixed up. I'm going to get the dirt back in these, and then I have a few pepper plants that I want to take and put in them, and we'll put them outside. Then we'll have some done hydroponically back here in them buckets. Some outside, and then we'll do some in pots, and we'll see who does what and how great they do, if at all. Before I get started too much, I've talked about it, but I hadn't shown you. But these are all in hydroponics. It's in a solution. If I have to add more water later on with chemicals, I'll do it a couple gallons at a gallon at a time in these. But so far they're doing awesome. This one looks like it died out. Does not surprise me. I think he was too little to go in there anyhow. But yeah, he didn't make it. That one's got to be changed out. That one almost lost him, but he's making a good comeback. Looking good. That one's on the iffy mark. So we can only do what we can do. I tried to put, you know, a different flavor. of each one, so I didn't have two. And that's what I did outside. I put some flavors that weren't in here in the hydroponics. But as you can see, I've given all these plenty enough time. I've got a scattered pepper here and there, but the rest of them, I'm just going to have to research and try again. You can see the dirt. It's not dry. It's just damp. So I will just dump all the dirt into its own special pot, and then if for some reason some more do end up germinating and popping up, I know there's some type of pepper. What kind I won't know, but it'll be a pepper. These Brussels sprouts, I'm not expecting Brussels sprouts on them, obviously, but I've been making little clippings, taking off here and there and feeding them to the piggles. Same with these turnip tops. They're not getting turnips on them at the bottom, but the greens are growing, so I've just been picking them and feeding them to the pigs. I did want to show you though my Tennessee red peanuts are all growing in here. So far it looks good, other than I got something eating it. But I will spray some neem oil on these and try and get that taken care of. But I'm rather impressed so far. I've never tried peanuts before. This is my first time, and I figured the greenhouse is good with heat and they'll last longer in here, so we'll try it. So other than the peanuts, the peppers, that, the only other thing going on are the sweet potatoes that I started in my basement this winter. I've yet to have a flower, and that's okay, but I'm getting lots of new leaf growth. It all's looking good down in here. So, yes, get down a little bit, and it's a little damp. Got to get that watered. So, we're just letting these go. Part of me really wants to kind of dig around and see if we see any. I see roots. So that's a good thing. So we're just going to leave them be so we don't hurt them. And again, they can last longer in here if need be. But definitely, like this vine was nowhere near this length yesterday. So, or this one. So what I've just been doing is just, as the vines grow, just wrapping it around, trying to keep them going up. Oop. Sorry about that with the camera. And then just voila, then it can grow up the cattle panel there. Take that out of there. But yep, as you can see, it all looks good in here. There's another vine. This one I think I'm going to wrap around this one. I try to keep the vines off of the dirt as much as possible. Oops, sorry about my finger. Oh, all right, let's get back to working on my dirt. So when I get that done, I will let you know. So guys, I've got the few pepper plants that were up in the pots. We'll see how many of these survive, if any. And then I got these 4 pots. I'm going to put a few little carrots. They're fingerling carrots in them. Probably bring out some more pots and do carrots in them because my ground, they won't grow in it. And I'm thinking, I'm not liking the way these beets are looking. And this I don't understand. These are beet leaves. This is a beet plant, but the top sure as heck don't look like a beet. And they're all kind of doing that. So I'm thinking of just pulling and hoeing this all out and redoing this whole thing. Putting the rest of the fertilizer I got in here. As you can see, there's a voluntary Swiss chard in here. Obviously not doing anything. Now these look like real beets. Just like these. This is how these started out. It was just like, let's see, these down here. So, I don't know. Just might change it up. Why not? As you can see, I lost 4 of these broken. I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to bring over some duct tape. That's the only spot it's broken, and it's holding dirt. So, but I've got lots of room to start planting in these. This whole tower's ready. So I basically lost 2 stacks on each of these and 1 on the other, so I lost 5. So I'm not going to complain. That was my own stupidity when it fell and broke. Well guys, I am going to officially end this video. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. And we'll catch you on the next video. Stay safe, keep gardening, and have fun and be respectful with life. Toodles!